What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be going over how to raise venture capital. Now, if you're confused on what venture capital is or wondering who I am specifically, it's okay, check back on the last video. But guys, this is going to be more enticed to communication, how to get in touch with venture capitalists. I'll be going over due diligence and all that other stuff in a separate video because it's a whole nother animal. But just to give you a little bit of context, right? Only 1% of companies have ever raised venture capital, and it's just an asset class that may not suit everybody. But the one coefficient here that I really want to cover is that there's been this disgusting game of a networking effect, warm intros, all this other stuff, and it makes it really hard if you didn't have rich parents or these connections built in to get in touch with investors right off the bat. But it's okay though, because I'm about to teach you how I did it, how I built a large network of investors, limited partners, founders, whatever. But this will be more tailored towards the founders. So first and foremost, get really good at networking. And what I mean is that a lot of the networking techniques that work, you just keep building your brand in the space, and then eventually other people will come back to you. So I'm pulling out all the stops here, right? So how to reach out to an investor. Let's start. I think personally that a cold DM goes a long way. You have to be very persistent with it. So one, just make sure you do a little bit of homework on the investor, right? If you're a healthcare startup, you would never reach out to an AI investor. Well, at least I hope not. But anyway, you always want to appeal to what they're working on. You always want to find common ground is what I like to say. Now, there's no one right way to do this, but never just email somebody and say, hey, I'm raising, would you like to invest in me? Do some research, go on their website, do all this other stuff. Part number two, right? A lot of venture capitalists have newsletters. Now, this is a sneaky hack here, but what that means is that they're having their investor updates, companies that they're investing in, and what they're doing in the fund. Normally, if you email them, they will take interest and they will email you back, because people like their horns tooted, right? They want to know that you have a vested interest to what's going on. Humans are naturally selfish, just for lack of better words, right? And it shows that you're an entity that you could potentially partner with way on down the line. Now, guys, going to another part, right? I was talking about the networking effect earlier, right? And that's when you get done making a successful intro and you guys are both on common ground terms, always ask for intros to more people, right? And then when you get in touch with those people, ask for intros to more people and more people and more people. What you'll find out in venture capital is that it's such a small industry that a lot of investors know other investors. And since you kind of want to start building these relationships before you actually need venture capital, and I mean that actually, because no venture capitalist is going to want to invest in you if you're saying that I need your money to keep my lights on and all that other stuff. But don't worry, that's a topic for another video, right? The networking effect is going to come into line, because if you're a person that's respected in your sector by other investors, then you can have other ones vouch for you, this, that, and the same. So I think this is a very, very powerful tool and how you become a disruptor in the space. Now, this second part, right? So I don't really know an easy way to kind of say this, but moving on to more of human semantics when it comes to deciding what type of investor that you would be aiming for. One is going to be thesis fit, right? Every investor invests into a parameter of something. You have various type of investors that only invest in certain check sizes, certain rounds, certain industries, certain sectors, certain stages. You just have to make sure that one, your startup is in that sector, stage, and check size, or else you're just wasting everybody's time, right? And going on Google, going on Crunchbase, TechCrunch, all that other stuff, just a quick scan. But guys, plug alert here on this other part, right? Maybe the coup de grace that can make the difference for founder raising venture capital. I think the most underrated part in a venture capital shop is the VC associate, right? A lot of people make the mistake of reaching out to the general partner. These are some of the most busy people in the world, right? Because they have to make sure that the whole shop is running, and they're the ones that are reliable to their investors, to the limited partners. But the VC associates are relatively in charge of screening new deals, conducting what's called due diligence, and doing all this other stuff. So if you make friends with the VC associate, then quite honestly, that's already going to be half the battle anyway. So a lot of people discredit them because they're very junior in position, but guys, they're the ones doing the due diligence to go for further investment memorandum. So with all due respect, if you're raising venture capital at whatever valuation, at whatever round or whatever, then a VC associate has done probably 60 to 70% of the initial work anyway that goes into screening your startup, because on average a venture capital shop will go through thousands of deals and maybe invest into a handful of these startups. So, guys, I hope that this helped, and I will see you guys on the next one. And the next episode, we'll probably be going over more of the unit economics and what investors are looking for. So, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.